This is To the Point with Michael Williams.
Good morning, everyone. Cybercrime. It's an ever-growing threat for you, your family, your business. Your identity, finances, perhaps even physical safety depend on taking that threat seriously and defending yourself. And that's our focus this morning. My guest, a familiar face here on News Channel 5, Alan Crowetz, a cybersecurity expert and president and CEO of Infostream. Alan, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
All of this coming out when President Joe Biden just on Friday warned Russian President Vladimir Putin that he had to deal with cyber criminals within his country and that the U.S. will, quote, defend its people. We've seen a pipeline shut down by ransomware from the aforementioned cyber crooks, many of them based in Russia, but it's not just the big players. All of us have to pay attention. First, the overview, your take both at the individual level and the bigger level.
Yeah, so we're seeing the attacks get worse. And I would argue we hear about the large attacks like the pipeline and the meat markets and all these different attacks, but the real victims are individuals and small businesses is what we're seeing. They're the ones really hit these days.
Alan, we're going to put up a list. You and I talked this week, you helped us prepare this, about the things you at home absolutely must do on an individual basis. And Alan, we have to emphasize, this isn't something that should be or can be optional anymore. Let's put up our list. You talk about the top tips for those at home. And first and foremost is to back up everything and often. Talk about that.
So one of the key things that they do is they scramble your data or take your data or manipulate your data. And it's uncanny how often the most basic thing, having a copy or a backup of your data, multiple backups, backup often, check those backups. If you have that, that saves you a lot of problems. Imagine all those childhood pictures, imagine the data stuff that you have going back for years, decades in some cases. If that was gone, that gives the bad guys a lot of power. But if you have good backups, and very few people do, if you have really good backups, that will protect you quite a bit.
Alan, here's another one people continually ignore. Always use a unique and strong password. I can't tell you how many times I talk to people say, I use 3 or 4, I reuse them all the time. You're asking for trouble.
And I'll be honest, I was guilty of that as well. Passwords are ancient technology. They've been around since the beginning of the internet and earlier, and they're horrible. They're terrible. Until we get, biometrics, eye recognition, fingerprint stuff dialed in for every app, passwords are a big thing. So keep them long and complex. We all kind of have an idea about that. But the other thing is never use the same password on more than one site. Everybody's done it. Stop doing it. Keep a different password. If someone gets your Facebook password, it's bad. If it's the same password using your bank account, it's really bad. So unique passwords everywhere. And
Alan, the answer to that is to use a password manager, because people always say to me as well, and I know they say it to you, I can't remember all that. A password manager used all the time avoids needing to remember all those different passwords. Talk about how important that is. And again, we emphasize this should not be optional in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I hate to say it. We're all guilty of it. We want to keep things easier, but the stronger your security, the less usable it is a little bit. And one way to mitigate that is to have a password manager. If you can remember your passwords, they're probably not strong enough. So get a password manager that securely keeps all of them. It's available on your phone, your desk, at work, wherever you need to. And then you can use crazy passwords. And a bonus, most password managers will fill the password in for you. So if you have a ridiculously long, complex password you don't want to type, it'll pop it in there for you. So use a password manager.
That's the kind I use, one that there's no way I'd remember it, but it helps. Two-factor authentication. Many of you at home know what it is, some don't, and a lot don't use it. Simply put, what is it? Why is it a must?
You got it. This is the term everybody should get familiar with. I don't want to get too nerdy here, but this is a tech term you should know. Two-factor is not just a password. It's something else, a code texted to your phone, an application, and most sites will let you use it. Your banking site, for free, will have a section to turn on two-factor. Your finance site, your important accounts, even Facebook has two-factor. It's a setting you turn on that even if someone had your password, they still can't get into your account without your phone or some other kinds of secondary verification.
And Alan, you say to individuals, and it's really true for all of us, when to be paranoid. What do you mean by that?
So that's a whopper. So we see the weakest part of any system are the people in front of the keyboard. The technology's gotten very good. It's the people we're seeing a lot of problems with. So anytime you see something prompt you for a password or to click a link or anything, a red alarm should be going off in your back of your brain. Now, it might be legitimate, but slow down and double check it. If every day you put your password in the morning, in the middle of the day, something pops up and asks for your passwords, that should be a red flag to you to take a second and figure out what's going on. Why is it asking again? Because the bad guys will try to trick you for your password all day, every day.
And they try and scare you by saying you're going to lose your money, you're going to be arrested. Any questions like that, banks are not going to be asking for that information. I always tell people, but correct me if I'm wrong, if there's any doubt, hang up, call your bank, ask for the fraud department. Never, never, never take a phone call where they're asking for vital information, ever, under any circumstance. Fair?
That is fair, and we see that all the time.
Let's talk about businesses. So many of you at home own a small business or have done so, or you know somebody who does. Talk about some of the same things. It's a little bit different for small businesses, but let's go to that list and talk about some of the things. You talk first and foremost, backups, again, tested and air-gapped. For us, I'm semi-nerdy, but for those who aren't, what do you mean?
So two parts of that. Everybody thinks they have good backups until they realize they don't, and then you're in a crisis mode. So if someone in your organization is responsible for the backups, make doggone sure that somebody else is checking them and they're bulletproof, and that you have redundant ones. And when all else fails, test the backups. That would save you so many problems, and everybody thinks it's okay, and I'm telling you, most people are not. Then the air gap term, you're hearing more and more of that. It's not enough to have backups in your office. You have to have something offline in someplace else. The bad guys are smart. They not only take your data and scramble it, they look for backups. But if you have a backup unplugged or in the cloud or someplace completely safe, they can't get to it.
Alan, we've got about 3 minutes or so left. Want to go through the list. Email, two-factor authentication, you talked about. Let's put the list back up yet again. So important there as we put that list up. And alert on forwarding.
Yeah, so with the email, with the two-factor, businesses at this point, it should pretty much be required that for any email account, you have a password and some kind of code. That is a hot button topic for bad guys. Get into the email, send an email out from the CEO's mailbox saying, give us money or help us out or whatever it is. And invariably it tricks their customers and damages their reputation. Protect your email.
User training, no bigger risk than staff. That one will raise some eyebrows for business owners out there.
It does. Almost every attack we see is not a technology problem. 90% plus are the people got tricked. Train your users. There's lots of great ways and easy ways to do that.
So the answer is make sure there's training, make sure you know what to look for so you're not accidentally giving up information to the bad guys.
100%.
Talk about that a little more. I mean, it's the key
So
component.
there's some training programs that you can sign up for, very inexpensive or whatever. For example, a great service that we use is a phishing service that will actually try to trick your staff and your employees. And what that does is if they click a link, it not only tells management, it tells them, hey, you know what? We tricked you. You fell for it. Here's a remediation video to watch. Here's what you did wrong. But what we find is when you do this kind of training and tricking your staff is that they quickly get paranoid, which is what we really want. We want them to be nervous when something pops up or an email or whatever the case is. Can we fool them? And after a while, you can't fool them any longer.
Alan, we want to wrap up with the final two. Users should never be a local admin. Talk about that and getting checked out by a pro if you have a small business.
Yeah, the local admin's a little bit of a technical thing. A lot of companies that we step into, employees can install their own software, manage their computers, which is nice for the employee, but the bad guys come in as that user. So if the user can do things to the network and the computer and whatever, we don't want them to have that boss level permission. So take that away because it's not the user we're worried about, it's the hacker acting as the user.
And Alan, you say get checked out by a pro. Your final thought on why that's important for business, then your overall thought on people say it's too much bother, too much money, too much of a headache. Wrap it up for us.
It's always too much money until you get hit and it just devastates you. Imagine your entire company has no business for a week. Imagine lose all your documents. Worse yet, they're getting the customers and clients. The customers and clients aren't mad at the bad guys. They're mad at you. So get someone to look at it. You can do it cheap. There's low-hanging fruits, quick and easy things like we talked about today that you can do to make yourself much more secure, but get someone to check it now and then and make sure you're on the right course.
But at home or in business, you ignore all of this very much and increasingly so at your own peril.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. Right here in South Florida, we see this constantly. The problem's not getting better. It's getting much, much worse. It's probably going to happen to many, many of your viewers. So take some kind of steps.
Alan Crowetz, President and CEO of Infostream, cybersecurity expert, a frequent guest over the years, and great advice that all of us need to heed. Alan, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Up next, the questions about safety in condominium high-rises have only just begun. We frame that discussion next.